You make frequent trips to the bathroom. Suffer from urgency. Hesitancy. Do you get up more than once a night? Can you even sit through a movie? Or worse, have a diminished sex drive? If so, chances are you have an enlarged prostate. Fact, 30 million men now suffer from an enlarged prostate. Fact, every other man now watching this show will someday face the same painful problems. Until now, you had three choices. Take expensive drugs with potentially serious side effects, face painful and bloody surgery, or try and live with the pain and embarrassment. Fact, you don't have to live with it anymore. Introducing Prosvent, the all-natural solution so good, it's guaranteed to give you relief in less than 30 days.
I experienced within the first 2 to 3 days a significant change.
You know, not having to worry about running to a bathroom is unbelievable.
When I started taking the product and I wasn't getting up at night, it was great. I mean, the rest, you know, you get at night, you know, it was great. I didn't have to get up.
It's just a little pill that I just take, and it makes a big difference.
I'm not ruled by going to the bathroom, and I don't think I have to worry about those things again.
I mean, I hadn't slept through an entire night, maybe 10 years. I mean, it was just remarkable.
It's like my youth. I feel great.
And you can start feeling great again too, without harmful side effects and without painful surgery. Today, you're going to find out what the prostate is, what it does, why it causes so many problems for so many men, and what you can finally do about it simply, easily, and safely. This is Dr. Larry May. He received his medical degree from Harvard, is a faculty member at the UCLA School of Medicine, and is listed in this book, The Best Doctors in America. He's helped thousands reverse and control the problem of an enlarged prostate. Today, he'll help you.
Dr. May, the numbers, they're unbelievable. Half the men over 50 in this country, that's 30 million men suffering from an enlarged prostate?
Barbara, that's right. Every man has a prostate, and as surely as their hair is going to turn gray, that prostate is going to enlarge. And by the age of 70, 80% of men will have problems. As men age, testosterone, the male hormone, is converted to dihydrotestosterone, a much more potent variety, and it stimulates the prostate cells to grow and multiply and the prostate to enlarge.
What kind of problems does that cause?
A weak stream, hesitancy, stopping and starting, urgency, frequency, getting up frequently at night to urinate, ultimately pain and sexual dysfunction.
And virtually every man is going to face this.
Every man has a prostate, and if a man lives long enough, they're going to experience symptoms.
Let's back up just a minute. What is the prostate and why the problem?
The only function of the prostate is it provides fluid to transport the sperm. But just like in real estate, location is everything. And the problem is the location of the prostate. Here's the prostate located just below the bladder, which is where the urine accumulates and then flows through this tube called the urethra. The prostate surrounds the urethra, and as it enlarges, it squeezes the urethra, slowing the flow of urine, much like you can see in an hourglass. The sand flows through just like the urine flowing through the urethra, and the prostate surrounds it, slowing the flow and ultimately stopping it. And a doctor can help because a doctor performs an exam we call a digital rectal exam, and he can feel the prostate and say, hey, your prostate's getting a little big. But unfortunately, that usually doesn't occur until the 50s, and the growth of the prostate may begin in the 30s. And unless the symptoms are now debilitating, the doctor may not offer any treatment other than to rule out a serious disease. To wait until your life revolves around the bathroom or you lose your sex life is no life at all.
And then it's back to the doctor.
Back to the doctor for drug treatment, prescription medications which may relieve the symptoms, but often the side effects are worse, decreased libido and even impotence. Plus, the prostate can continue to grow. Ultimately, there's surgery.
But at least the problems go away, right?
Yes and no. There are many types of surgeries, and they each have their own problems and side effects, and often they need to be repeated. There's the gold standard, what we call a TURP, or a transurethral resection of the prostate. For this, we use an instrument known as a resectoscope.
It looks scary.
It is. And it's a 12-inch instrument that you introduce through the penis into the area where the prostate is, and then you scrape away the prostate. scrape it away in order to create a new opening. It's painful, it's bloody, it requires a hospitalization, but patients submit to it because untreated, the enlarged prostate can damage the bladder, cause renal failure, lead to infection, or ultimately obstruct urine flow completely.
But there's something that can help.
This is Prosvent. It contains natural substances and minerals which have been shown in study after study involving thousands of patients to reduce the symptoms of an enlarged prostate, promoting prostate health, and returning men to a normal existence in less than 30 days.
I love driving to school, but I love the kids. But you got kids on the bus, you can't just, you gotta go, you can't. I thought I was gonna have to give up driving the school bus. And so when this thing came about, I figured this is something I want to try, and it worked. It worked within a week. You know, not having to worry about running to a bathroom is unbelievable. It's kind of changed my life to what it used to be. It's better than great, because it's made a big difference in my life.
I'm surprised it worked. And I'm surprised it worked so quickly, because within a week and a half, I was doing fine after that. I wasn't going to the bathroom during the night.
Sometimes you have the urge to go to the bathroom, and you stand there and nothing's coming out, and then when it finally comes out, it trickles out. Well, now, after taking the pill, I've noticed that I go less frequently, and when I do have to go, it just comes out, and boom, right back to bed.
What's in this?
It's the most comprehensive formula that's ever been developed. It contains stinging nettle. This herb has been used for years for prostate and urinary problems, even for the relief of pain from urinary tract infections. It's especially helpful in relieving frequent urination, particularly overnight. Pygeum africanum, also found to reduce frequency and urgency. Pumpkin seed oil contributes additional sterols. Saw palmetto to inhibit the conversion of testosterone to dihydrotestosterone, the root cause of prostate enlargement. Acting together and in concert, they inhibit prostate enlargement, reduce frequent overnight urination, and dramatically improve urinary flow. Lycopene, a nutrient antioxidant that's derived from tomatoes. Selenium is an antioxidant mineral which protects the cells, and it works synergistically with vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant. And then there's vitamin D and zinc, which help contribute to overall prostate health. I have never seen a combination of ingredients together in a formulation that is so effective in eliminating the debilitating symptoms.
Very happy to be able to be normal again. I did think of it as an old man's problem. For me to have it at 40 instead of 60 was a little alarming. After the first week, I noticed that I didn't have to stop what I was doing at work. I could continue working. This is wonderful stuff, remarkable stuff. I wish someone had told me about it sooner.
I went from 3 to 4 times a night to once a night getting up. It's a good product, and it works.
I've been getting up like 2 or 3 times a night, sometimes 4 times a night, to run to the bathroom. Dire urgency to get there, and then, you know, not much happens. And before I know it, I'm waking up once, and then a couple of weeks later, a few weeks later, a whole night's sleep. Wow, wonderful.
I want every man watching right now to answer these questions. In the last month, have you had the sensation of not emptying your bladder completely? Do you urinate less than 2 hours after you've just finished? Do you start and stop several times while urinating? Do you have a weak urine stream? When you have to go, do you feel an urgency like you might have an accident? Do you strain or push? And finally, do you get up 2 or more times a night? If you answer yes to any of these questions, you may already have an enlarged prostate. And if you've answered yes to more than one, you've got to do something about it now.
And Prosvent can help.
Prosvent can absolutely help, and it does it without side effects. Prescription drugs can help, but they do it with side effects that may diminish your sex life. And surgery, while it can sometimes help, can be bloody, dangerous, and often has to be repeated.
How long till we start seeing changes?
Many men will see changes within 2 weeks, but most will experience benefits within 30 days.
If you or someone you love suffers from the symptoms of an enlarged prostate, frequent urination, urgency, hesitancy, reduced flow, pushing or straining, pain, or a diminished sex drive, pick up the phone now. Get your life back.